So for today's video, we're going to use Lansky Deluxe Sharpening System. Thank you po sa ating sponsors. And we have 5 kinds of stones from 70, 120, 280, followed by 600, and the finest is 1000. And for the knife that we're going to use this kitchen knife. As you can see po, test muna natin sharpness test. If gaano siya kadal. Nakakakat pa naman. Ayan siya. Ayan. So later on, we will try if it is really sharper if ever. So it's not that dull as you can see. It can still cut paper. And then we'll just see how well it will cut later on after the process. So let's begin. First of all, we're going to use the clamp system of Lansky. Let me just take it first. Let's take the clamp system. Yeah. And then we're going to clamp it here, but we're going to replace the knob here because sometimes the rod hits the knob like this, especially if you're cutting at 617 degrees. So when it hits this, that's not a good sign. So we're going to replace that with this nut. Okay, but first let me get my screwdriver here. Okay, let's check for the proper Phillip head. Let's replace it and then try if it is the same thread. Let's check it first. I think it is. Yeah, yeah, it's the same thread. So let's begin clamp. Let's clamp the knife. Clamp, clamp. Okay, so it fits. It really fits, I think. Yeah, so the next thing we should do is to clamp the knife just like that. Let's try to make it as parallel as possible with the blade end. And then let's tighten this up and tighten only. That's secured and we're ready to go. So first of all, we're going to use a whiteboard marker so that we can see or check if the blade is getting evenly sharpened. Like that. We have several options for Lansky: 17, 20, 20, and then 30 for the angle that you want. So since this is just a kitchen knife, and usually this knife is being used to cut bones, chicken bones, okay? So we're going to use, instead of using 17, we're going to use I think it's better to use 20 or 25 degrees. So let's check first. Ooh. Ooh, almost cut myself. So for the degrees, it says here English. So for 17, these are for fillet knives. For 20 degrees, commonly used angle for higher quality blades. For kitchen cutlery and slicing knives. And then for 25, the recommended angle for most knives that need a durable sharp edge, ideal for hunting and outdoor knives. But then will not be used outdoors, but then this is not a high-end knife. So it cannot, I think 20 degrees is not advisable for this kind of knife. This is just a cheap knife. we're going to use 25 degrees for this knife. Okay, so let's start sharpening. We're going to use, since this is the first time that we're going to use this system with this knife, we're going to do some reprofiling. The term is reprofiling. So we're going to use the hardest or the roughest stone, which is the black one. Specifically, it has a core 70. Its course is 70, as you can see. So let's do this. So the reason why we put the whiteboard marker on the edge is that so we can see if it is properly sharpened. Okay, so as you can see here, through that marker, we can see if the edge or the apex of the blade is being properly sharpened. Okay, so let's just continue for until we get a burr. Check first if it is 25 degrees. Okay, so as you can see, we are using the third most hole from the bottom, or the 25-degree angle. So it is important, I forgot. It is important according to the instruction that we lube the stone. I forgot it again. Let's lube the stone. Let's just put some 2 drops. I think that will be enough. So this is the purpose of the oil, according to what I can understand, is that it prevents the stone from gunking up, I think. So let's check first. It's in 25 degrees. Okay, let's continue. According to the instruction, we are to apply pressure as the stone goes up. Let's check if there's a burr already. No burr yet. Let's continue. According to the instruction, you are to push the stone up against the steel. But sometimes, for now, just an experiment, I want to create circular motions with this. And let's just see what the result will be. But even if I am doing the circular motion, I am trying to make it in a way that I push more pressure when I am in the upward motion, not in the downward motion. But then again, talking about pressure, you just have to let the stone do its work, no? So you should not press too hard with it. Just let the stone do its work. Let's tighten this first, just to check. Okay. Let's see if there's already a burr. To tell you the truth, I don't really know what the burr feels like because I'm not a master sharpener. But then I can feel some little crisp. So let's just try to do the other side. Anyway, if I will use the marker as a gauge, I can pretty see that I was able to reach the edge of the knife or the apex. So I think this is good. Swipe it first. Let's do the other side. This is the side that we've used the 20-degree angle. And this is the other side. Okay, so let's try the other side if it's already marked. You can see here it has a black marker along its edges. And using the same angle again, the 25 degrees. And for 25 degrees, let's do this. Let's check for the burr. It has some already, but just to, let's try. It got a burr faster than the other side. I don't know why. Is that the burr? I really don't know how a burr feels. Because, to tell you frankly, I only had experience using the pull-through knife sharpeners. And with pull-through knives, you can't really get a burr they're because of the way they sharpen the knives. But if I'm going to use the Sharpie ink as my reference, I think I am able to reach the apex of the blade. Because as you can see here, it's even shining at the edge of the knife. Right? Right. Let's see for the burr. I think there is really a burr. Just a fine one. Swipe it first. And then just to check, let's try to have this. Let's try to do the other side. Just a quick one. Then the other side, just a quick one again. And that's it. That's it for the 70. This is a 70, yeah. 70 extra coarse stone for profiling. I think it's already sharper than the last time. Let's move on to the next stone. But before moving to the next stone, let's try to cut. So previously I was only able to do these things. Let's try to cut it again. Oh, it's as if I think it's sharper this time. Let's try. Yeah, it definitely is. See that one? It is sharper. Even with just the 70 grade 70 stone. So just to continue, we're going to use the next stone, which is the 120 grit stone. We're using the 25 degrees again. I'm not counting or anything. I'm just relying on what I see on the apex of the blade, if it is already enough or whatnot. Let's check for the burr. Oh, I think I can feel the burr. That's the burr. I like it. Let's try the other side. At the 25 degrees again. Again, I'm pushing more pressure when I am stroking the stone against the blade tip. But when I say pressure, it is just enough. It's not that hard of a pressure. Let's do a circular motion. Let's try the other side. Just a quick one for this side because it's already been passed with this 120 grit. Then the other side again. Making sure that it is, I'm still using the 25 degrees. And that's it for the 120 grit. Let's move on to the next grit, which is the 200. Yeah, boy. But first, let's wipe the blade. Let's try again. 25 degrees. Let's do this. Checking. See if there's a burr that needs more. Okay, let's move to the other side. Check the burr first. Yeah, there is a burr already. I think that's the burr. Again, I am no expert. Then let's do this. Let's try to clean. Again, I forgot to put some oil. Let's try to clean the stone first. Because as the instruction says, if the stone is gunked up, then it will not do its work properly. So it needs cleaning from time to time. So how do you clean that? You just put some oil according to the instruction, and then that's it. And then wipe it clean with a rag. That's not clean. No. So let's do it again. Let's use this brush. And then dab it with just one drop. At this point, I'm wondering what can I use as a replacement if this oil runs out. Comment down below. That can be found here in the Philippines. What can I replace it with? This Lansky oil. Last, for the other side, let's just do another 25 degrees. Check for the burr. I think there is a burr. Since I think the burr is getting pronounced. Let's just do last. For this grit, let's just do one last quick swooping motion. That's it. Let's do the other. Let's move on to the next grit. This is the 600 grit, the fine stone. Let's not forget to put some oil. It has fibers because I'm not using a lint free cloth. But this is the only cloth that's available for me right now. I think as I have observed, this 600 grit stone really absorbs oil. It really does. As you can see, 25 degrees. And let's go. You don't need any pressure for this stone so that you can evenly apply it. I think a one sweeping motion is the best for this stone. Let's check for the burr. I think that's the burr. Let's try to do the other side. 25 degrees. At this point, I'm really trying to be careful as possible, as much as possible, because I think this is very sharp. Just do the swirling motion. No, it is not advisable because I can really see the swirling patterns when I use this 600. So really, I really advise you, if you're using the 600 grit, to just use one sweeping motion as carefully as possible. This is sharp. Since there's already a burr here on the other side, let's just try to remove it. Let's do this way. I think it's safer this way. 25 degrees. Let's try just to do some three swipes here. 1, 2, and 3. That's it for the 600 grit. Moving on to our last grit, the 1000 grit. This is the 1000 grit, the ultra fine stone. Oops, almost forgot to put some oil again. Try to do this side. Again, Let's do some. I'm sharpening a knife. Yes. I'm making a YouTube video. Opo. Opo. Okay? Love you. Let's try to do the other side as safely as possible. Just finding a way to hold it. Let's try to do the other side. Let's just have 5 strokes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lastly, 6. Another 5 strokes on the other side again. Another 5 strokes on the other side again. Oh, I was not counting. And that's it. Let's wipe this out before it dries. Then let's wipe this very sharp knife of ours with this rug. Emphasis on the word rug. And I think we're done. Let's remove this. Then we're gonna use some. Since we do not have a buffing compound yet, I'm using a metal polish as a buffing compound with our leather. Let's try to put some here, some there. Then let's spread it out. Spread it, spread it, spread it, spread it. Spread, spread, spread. Here we go. We have a kitchen workhorse knife that is sharpened at a 25-degree angle. Then let's just see what will be the review for this knife. Let's try the sharpness test. As you can see earlier, we were only able to cut up until here. After sharpening it with a 70 grit, we were able to cut up to here, from here to here. Now let's try how well it cuts now. It's cutting well. It really is cutting well. Yeah, it really is cutting well. It's cutting better. The background noise is my almost 3-year-old baby playing with some stuff. Yeah, it's sharp. Let's try another. Yeah, it's sharp. It's sharp. It's sharp. Satisfying. It's satisfying. So please don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you want to see future videos such as this in our channel. Thank you.